What's going on, guys? Welcome back once again to WWE Champions. Today we're going to do day 2 of the Adapt or Perish Limited Time Tour. But first, let's go ahead and collect our Shin O'Mac payday bag. And then we're going to go ahead and start the tour for day 2. And then we'll open up all the bags that I've gotten as part of being in the faction. Let's go here. And we're gonna face off against Kane. So we'll go ahead and use Kevin Owens to get things started. So SmackDown happened, and trying to think if anything major occurred. Let me see here. So, obviously we had Kevin Owens versus, oh god, Chris Jericho for the United States title. We also saw, a tag match with Naomi, Charlotte versus Carmella and Natalya. In the backstage area, Natalya got attacked, Natalya and Carmella attacked Charlotte along with Tamina, and without being a 2-on-1 tag match or handicap match between Naomi and Carmella and Natalya. Towards the later part of the match, Charlotte comes out to make the hot tag for Naomi, and then all chaos breaks out, and basically Natalya and Carmella beat up Naomi and Charlotte along with Tamina helping them out, and then Becky Lynch comes out and, acts like she's going to team up with Tamina, Natalya, Carmella, and Ellsworth, but then she throws Ellsworth into Tamina, and they end up beating up Becky Lynch along with Charlotte and Naomi once again. So, unfortunate for them, but it happens. So that's gonna continue on, so now we'll have a 3-on-3 match, probably at Backlash, in my opinion, and that's what will happen. Then we had Jinder Mahal face Sami Zayn. Jinder Mahal gets the win to continue looking strong heading into Backlash when he faces off against Orton. Orton was off SmackDown this week, in my opinion, to sell the injury, or not injury, but sell the House of Horrors match and the attack by Jinder Mahal in that match. Shane McMahon took back the WWE title from Mahal. Trying to think, what else did happen? What is one of, the main points other than the US title match? Nakamura wasn't on, and Orton wasn't on. Ty Dillinger defeated Aiden English in a pretty easy match for Dillinger. I'm really trying to think here. Yeah, it might have been really it for matches that were important on SmackDown. And then we saw, I'm going to talk about the US title match, obviously. And then the main event was Chris Jericho defending his newly won US title against Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens ends up beating up Jericho pretty badly to the point that, Jericho is going to be off TV for a while, which is why it makes sense due to the fact that he's now going to tour with his band, Fozzy, for the month of May. So I can see him coming back probably for Money in the Bank. If not Money in the Bank, then SummerSlam. And maybe costing Owens some sort of match. I don't know what specifically, but I can see that happening. What could he do? I wanna say Kevin Owens is in. Actually, no. I can see him costing Owens or being added to the match for Money in the Bank, with Owens also being in the match. So I can see that as a very big possibility. That it'll be kind of like a surprise, so to say. Like, Owens is in the Money in the Bank match, and then you'll have Jericho get added to it as well. Whether that's the case or not, we'll see. But I think it's a very strong possibility that we could actually end up seeing that. Well, it definitely wouldn't surprise me. Okay, so let's go ahead. Spinebuster. Damn. I was hoping for a black gem to fall there. Definitely not gonna get 3 stars. Which is fine. That's totally fine by me. No, let's do that. Yeah, it's gonna be 2 stars. Unfortunately. That's fine. But now we can open up our bags that we got, which is going to be very nice. So, we go here, we have 46 different bags, so we're going to go ahead and start with the backer gift bag. I'm just going to keep opening these over and over. So it looks like Backlash. The card that will probably end up happening will be, if they don't do the 6 woman tag at Backlash, then I think I could see possibly Naomi defending in like a fatal 4-way between Charlotte, Natalya, and Carmella. I can see that as a very big possibility for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. That's saying if they don't do the 6 woman tag featuring Charlotte, Naomi, and Becky Lynch versus Tamina, Natalya, and Carmella. So it'll be one of those for Backlash, I think. Kevin Owens defending the United States title against AJ Styles. Breezango facing off against the Usos for SmackDown Live Tag Team titles. Orton defending the WWE title against Jinder Mahal. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Dolph Ziggler. What else could we possibly see? Maybe another tag team match like American Alpha and the Colognes and like the pre-show. What else? That might be it. That might be it. I mean, they may add some like random match in there. Now, as far as it goes for like the actual matches that we know, like Orton and versus Jinder Mahal, Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles, and Breezango versus the Usos, my prediction is, and I realize it's the end of the month when it happens, but hey, nothing wrong with having predictions. I think for the tag titles, I wouldn't be surprised if Breezango won the tag titles, but I think I'm gonna go with the Usos for now. Actually, you know what? No. Breezango win the tag titles. And then AJ Styles will defeat Kevin Owens for the United States title. So that way we can see Kevin Owens in the Money in the Bank match. Have AJ and Kevin Owens go back and forth. And maybe they'll have a qualifying match between the two. Kevin Owens wins to go into Money in the Bank. And then maybe, unless you put Nakamura in Money in the Bank, I would like to see AJ versus Nakamura for the US title. It may end up being, if Nakamura is in the Money in the Bank match, AJ versus Dolph Ziggler in that, for the title. Until probably SummerSlam. I think for the Money in the Bank match, like kind of looking ahead, I could see as the people that can be in it, can I take what, 6? So let's say Mahal, well no, because Mahal and Orton would probably have a rubber match at Money in the Bank. So let's see here. For Money in the Bank match, I can see Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin, Shinsuke Nakamura, maybe throw in Ty Dillinger as like a wildcard type pick, a returning Chris Jericho, and then who could you put in as the 6th guy? Cause I think Ziggler and AJ will have a thing going on. I don't know. Who could you put in as the 6th guy? Oh no, it's an interesting dilemma, so to say. I don't know. I think the 6th guy can really be anybody. I don't think it would put anyone like Sin Cara in it, cause that would just be weird at that point. Like, I'm really trying to think, like, who could be in it to go with everyone else? Man, that is a tough one. They actually get Kofi up. Ooh. So I'm gonna go ahead, max out Kofi. Now Kofi is maxed out. I don't know. Maybe if I think about it, I'll follow up on that. But I cannot for the life of me think of who would be a good pick, so to say. Yeah, like, I cannot think of someone who would, like, Baron Corbin, Kevin Owens, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ty Dillinger, Chris Jericho. Man. Maybe Luke Harper. I didn't think about that. There you go. There's your Money in the Bank match. That's what I think it'll be. But who knows? That's still, I think that's in July. Cause Backlash, and then in June we have Extreme Rules for Raw. And then July we have Money in the Bank and freaking stupid Great Ball Society. But we're not gonna worry about that for now. We'll talk about that when the time comes. But other than that, hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe for more WWE Champions content, and as always, I'll talk to you all later.